So another virtual day. Good old ice, huh? Well, let's review a little bit in our notes today, what you're going to be doing for me. Everybody's basically going to be doing the same thing. You're going to be adding onto your notes, and then starting to watch what I call a filmomentary, um, like the one we watched with the building of the pyramids, with the story of Not. Um, Sort of like that. And you are going to have to watch it because we're eventually going to have questions on it. But I think you'll enjoy it. So, ancient China, first official dynasty, the Shang dynasty. We talked a little bit about the oracles with predicting the future and creating the first writing system, and how the Zhou dynasty came in through this mandate from heaven. This idea that the gods were not happy with the Shang, so therefore the Zhou convinced the people that a new dynasty needed to come in, and so the Shang were overthrown and the Zhou came in. How they used the manor system, a give and take kind of government system, mostly used during the Middle Ages in Europe, and how the Zhaos lost power because the emperor was trying to show off with the boy that cried wolf and stuff. Here's a good diagram of the mandate from heaven. Chinese philosophies, Confucianism, found by Confucius. Respecting your family, setting your life around your family, and leaders need to be leading by examples and others will follow, etc. Taoism, uh, basically the living in harmony with nature, the yin yang balance flowing. Lao Tzu being the founder, old baby. And then legalism, which was founded by this next guy we're going to talk about. Belief that people are evil and must be controlled by strict laws and strict punishments. Which brings us to the first emperor of China who unified China. You have to understand that China was broken up into family states, families that controlled parts of it. The Shang had one of the largest, the Zhao had one of the largest, but Qin Shi Huangdi, or Shi Huangdi, of the Qin, Qin, spells Qin, that's where we get China from, unified all of them by military conquest and became the first emperor of China. If you went against him, he killed you. He was strongly a favor of legalism and strongly against Confucianism. Matter of fact, he was so against Confucianism, he buried alive some 200 Confucian scholars. So he was very lethal, and he ended up going crazy later on in life. You're going to see in the video that his want for power and to keep power and to stay alive forever, because he wanted to live forever, eventually led to his insanity. Now, saying that, he did do some decent things. He made a universal writing system for the empire. He had everybody use the same type of currency. Those are positives. For the writing system, everybody can understand one another for the ones who use the same language, and the currency, everything is going to be valued based on that currency. So it's going to be easier for people to buy things. My dog's trying to get up on the bed, and poor guy, he's got diabetes and he's blind and can't see very well, and so he's trying to get up here. And here I am sitting here doing this video, treating him like Shi Huangdi. Maybe I should go there and help him, but I guess I'll just use the legalistic idea and sit here and finish this video. He also made roads that led to the capital, which is going to be good for transportation. He built canals that connected waterways through China. So he did do some decent things, but we'll see how he eventually went a little bit crazy. Now, probably the most well-known thing in China is the Great Wall of China. You've heard of that before. It started being built during the Zhou Dynasty. It was continued to be built during the Qin. Its biggest expansion is going to be during the Han Dynasty, which we're going to talk about next. But we're going to talk more about the Great Wall of China and how it was used to try to protect China from the northern invaders, and how that it was added onto and it became more advanced over time. All right, so the tomb of Shi Huangdi, one of the most interesting things in Chinese history. So Shi Huangdi literally wanted to try to live forever, and he wanted to try to conquer the afterlife. So he had thousands of these clay soldiers made of terracotta clay. They're called terracotta soldiers, built and put in his tomb. He had this huge tomb. The story is that in the 1970s, a Chinese farmer was going through his fields, and he found these clay, what it looked like clay arms. And so he called the powers that be, and they start doing some digging and on this hilly area, and they find underneath this ginormous tomb filled with all these terracotta soldiers, terracotta horses, terracotta chariots. I mean, and because he thought that these soldiers would help him conquer the afterlife. And what's unique about it is they all had different faces. They had weapons in their hands. I mean, we're talking about major work for this tomb to be filled with all these soldiers. And you're going to see more about it whenever you watch this video. But it's one of the most important archaeological finds in world history. So that should finish your notes today, and I'm going to put a couple videos I want you to watch introducing the story of Shi Huangdi and his life and his importance in Chinese history.